Friends, in this video we will study about the orbit. Orbit is the area where actually an eyeball lodges. It is a four-sided pyramid having an apex, base, four walls, that is medial wall, lateral wall, roof and floor. The roof is formed by the orbital plate of frontal bone and lesser wing of sphenoid. To the frontal bone you can see lacrimal fossa which have lacrimal gland. And you can also see trochlear fossa, which gives attachment to the tendon of superior oblique muscle. An elevated notch is seen on the frontal bone, which is known as supraorbital notch. Medial wall. It is formed by ethmoid bone, lacrimal bone, and frontal process of maxilla. As you can see in ethmoid bone, there is anterior and posterior ethmoidal canal, which provides a passage for anterior and posterior ethmoidal nerves and vessels. In the lacrimal bone, you can see lacrimal groove, which lodges lacrimal sac. Frontal process of maxilla provides origin of inferior oblique muscle, and it also has infraorbital foramen. Coming on to the lateral wall. The lateral wall is formed by greater wing of sphenoid and a part of zygomatic bone. The greater wing of sphenoid has an inferior orbital fissure below it. The inferior orbital fissure communicates anteriorly with the infratemporal fossa and posteriorly with the pterygopalatine fossa. In the inferior orbital fissure, you can see orbital branches of pterygopalatine ganglion and zygomatic nerve. To the zygomatic bone, you can find Whitland's tubercle. Whitland's tubercle provides attachment to the lateral check ligament, levator palpebrae superioris muscle, and suspensory ligament of an eyeball. The superior orbital fissure is present in the sphenoid bone. To the superior orbital fissure, there lies the common tendinous ring of zinc, which provides attachment to the four muscles of an eyeball, that is medial rectus, lateral rectus, superior and inferior oblique muscles. There is also an optic canal. In the optic canal, there lies optic nerves and vessels. Now let's come to the floor of the orbit. The floor of the orbit is actually the area where an orbit rests on. It rests on the maxilla, that is orbital surface of maxilla, palatine bone and a part of zygomatic bone. In that lower part of zygomatic bone, there is a foramen of zygomatic nerve, and to the maxilla there lies infraorbital groove to which infraorbital nerve and vessel passes. You can see in the figure, the black color structure denotes the superior orbital fissure. It is present in the sphenoid bone. It provides attachment to the common tendinous ring. Above the superior orbital fissure, there lies optic canal to which ophthalmic artery and optic nerve passes. The superior orbital fissure is divided into three parts. That is, the part above the common tendinous ring of zinc, part within the common tendinous ring of zinc, and part below the common tendinous ring of zinc. To these three parts, several nerves and vessels passes. Now, let's go to the part above the common tendinous ring of zinc. The superior ophthalmic vein passes through it. Trochlear nerve, which is the fourth cranial nerve, and lacrimal and frontal nerve passes through it. Lacrimal and frontal nerve are the branches of ophthalmic nerve, which is a branch of trigeminal ganglion. Lacrimal artery and recurrent meningeal branch of lacrimal artery also passes through it. Now let's come to the structures passing through the common tendinous ring of zinc area. They are nasociliary nerve, which is the fifth cranial nerve, abducens nerve, which is the sixth cranial nerve, sympathetic root of ciliary ganglion, and superior and inferior division of oculomotor nerve, which is the third cranial nerve. You can remember it by 3, 5, 6. The structures present below the common tendinous ring of zinc are in the superior orbital fissure are inferior ophthalmic vein. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe.